All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Hashem, Harakah, Kodash, Barakatham. Double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone, to the Akim across the globe, to the word, to the city. I want to say Shalom. Ecclesiastes 4 and 9. Two are better than one. They have good reward for their labor. And we got a title from one of our group chats here in Cleveland called Iron Sharpens Iron. So you need two pieces of iron to make the one sharp. And we're in the truth. We quote a lot of scripture about being soldiers, being solidary. The second address by the path that only one man can take. That the walk and the trial of our faith is for us only. And that is absolutely 100% correct. That's what we teach. But we also teach that you have a body and a brotherhood and a family that are able to walk with you, that are able to um, identify with the things that we're going through in this truth. And the brother was saying yesterday, I forgot what brother was saying yesterday, but every brother's situation and trials and tribulation walking in life or adversity seems like Mount Kilimanjaro for that brother. But when you look at it, you may think it's a molehill. But the point being is that you have a brother there with you that can walk you through, that can help you go through it with you when you're feeling at your lowest point. At the end of the day, I'd rather have a brother helping me, move a refrigerator than me moving a refrigerator by myself. So it's better to go through these things, with fellow yokesmen, fellow laborers, fellow brothers. At the end of the day, it's better that if we do it together than you do it alone. Because it's just through my experience, through the truth, that brothers who fall out, brothers who leave or whatever, it's very hard for them to do the truth, to do the work alone. Why? Because they don't have nobody pushing them. They don't have nobody being on them. So therefore, the fervency, the urgency decreases. And then brother, eventually end up fizzling out. We got many, many, many examples of that in his ministry. Verse 10, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth. And that's the thing. When you start to isolate and separate yourself from the body, you're actually, you're actually, to me, speaking as a man, you're trying to hide faults. You're trying to hide your shortcomings. You're trying to hide your being ashamed and your embarrassment from the body. But guess what? You can hide from us that embarrassment, that ashaminess, that unworthiness is still with you because the Lord has that spirit upon you. So you're gonna still feel that same way whether you're with your brothers or you're not. So for they fall, the one shall lift up his fellow, but woe to him. Right? For they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. And when you're alone, nobody knows when you're low. Nobody knows when you're in need. So nobody's able to. Hey, we're not mind readers. All right. So when a brother goes through certain things and you don't come around, you don't voice what's going on in their life to a degree, how are we then going to be able to assess a situation to find out the best ways to help you, find out the best ways to accommodate what you're going through the spirit? You see, and that's why we always talk about being a lone wolf. Being a lone wolf Hey, and to be honest, a wolf is a bad Mickey Ficky. But a wolf is only as strong as his pack. And if you want to be a lone wolf in his truth, you're not going to survive. You know, who's going to be there and hunt for you when you got a sprained ankle, or when you're out there, and you're not able to go to work for a little bit? You know, you're gonna need somebody there to support you, to help you, to go through these times until you get healthy. And a lot of brothers think that being away from the body is better. No, being away from the body, you don't have um the resources, all right, to heal yourself. And our body is full of healing mechanisms, it's full of fluidity. All right, and if you remove a part of the body no longer functions as it's supposed to be, as it's meant to be as a whole, as the Lord intended. So when you're going through certain things in your life and you want to be removed from the body, well, you're not going to get healed. It takes the whole body, the capillaries, the white blood cells, the antibodies. We take all those things, that the Lord put in our body to heal us, to make us whole, but yet you disattach yourself from the body, so you don't have the supply, the support to heal yourself. You see? For they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, man. Destruction. You see? Because at the end of the day, when you're alone, and you're alone, like I go fishing a lot, and it's always been advised to old fishermen, never go fishing alone. You could fall into the water. You could break or sprain ankles when you're, trying to go to your spot. You could bump your head and get knocked out. You see? So who's going to call 911? Who's going to administer CPR? All right? But if you're walking as a lone wolf in the truth and things, the Lord put stumbling blocks, the Lord may put certain circumstances in front of your way that you may not be able to go through at a particular time, right? And when you fall, who's gonna be there? That's why it's important for brothers to let brothers know, somebody know, hey, I'm going to my girl crib. You gotta be telling you, but there's times where we all should know where brothers are at to a degree. Like we know brothers work from certain hours, and and if you're a friend of that brother, like his pattern. Like I know a couple of brothers' patterns who I'm very close with. So I'm able to speak within those parameters. But outside those parameters, it's like, okay, now I'm worried. You see? How are we going to get to a brother? How are we going to get to you if we don't know where you're at or what's going on? All right? For they fall, the one will lift up his fellow, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth. Right, man. When you fall down, you're hiking, all right, or you're lifting weights at home, and you put on too much weight and the weights get caught in your chest. Who's going to help you lift them up? You slip on a slippery rock going to your fishing spot, you bust your head. Who's gonna be there to help? To secure your arm or wrap you up with bandages or to call 911. Who's gonna be there? You see, that's why it's very important to be attached to the body. It's very important to not forsake the assembling or the gathering of ourselves. Okay, because us being shepherds, we need to know. All right, we need to know. It's a must need to know that the state of our flocks, of each and every single brother, to a degree. All right, because we need to know what brothers need. All right, to fix or to heal, to help them get back on track, to be productive, to be themselves. Okay, verse 11. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And I remember, coming into truth, and brothers used to live together, and you may have a brother going through it, may have a little a low in the spirit, but because he's around the body, around the Akim, and making himself available and inserting himself in the spirit, that he tends to get on fire. Now he's more fervent to do a video, to do a lesson, to break some bread. You see? But when you're alone and you're going through a low, how you gonna get heat? Part of the truth is not being in your own mind too much. You have to get out of your body, you have to get out of your mind in order to get healed sometimes, man. But if you're not woe is me, that low is me spirit, that spirit that the body of the camp is not in, then we have a problem. Okay? Because we need each other to push each other, to encourage, to reprimand, to rebuke, to comfort. All those things we need from the body, from the other Akim. Because it's going to talk about every joint supply. Yes, every joint does supply. That doesn't always mean good. I mean, every joint has to have the ability to rebuke, to correct, to chastise. All right? And those things are very important. We need those things to be voiced. Because brother needs to understand that you're not going through this alone. If you think you can go through this alone, then you're going to be set up for failure. And yes, you can say, Yahweh is with me, but if you're not in the spirit, how is the Lord with you? You can't go into the truth, and not participate. That's what it is. And fuck what Esau say, there is a reward for being a participant. We're going to get participation trophies, man. Why? Because we're doing the work. And that's what we want brothers to do. We want brothers to do the work and endure. If we're in the gym every day working out, and you're not in the gym every day working out, and they run a play to your side and you get ran over by you 220 pounds and you get run over by a 145-pound running back, it's going to be, yes, we're going to have something to say. Because why haven't you been working out? Why haven't you been doing the list? Why haven't you been doing certain things that other brothers have been doing to make themselves better, to defend themselves, you see, against the trials and tribulations that they may face? All right, it's very, very important. That's what the Lord continually talks about: the brotherhood, the assembling, a friend stick closer to the brother. Hey, that's us, man. I love my friends. I love the brothers in the brotherhood. Those that fight. Why? Because they understand that we need each other to fulfill the fullness of Yahweh Shai. You see? Yahweh Shai encompasses everything in one body. It takes Great Millstone, New York, Great Millstone, Memphis, Great Millstone, Sacramento, Great Millstone, Atlanta. All these Great Millstone camps and the individuals that make up these camps, it takes all of us to encompass one body of Yahweh Shai. So how the hell do you think you're going to get that encompassment in the fullness of the body of the Lord when you're alone and separated from the body, man? All right? Verse 12, I'm going to end it. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. The three-fourth cord is not quickly broken, man. That long wolf spirit that brothers have, man, it's gonna lead to one thing, man. Your ass on the outside looking in. When I got brothers around me, I tell brothers all the time, man, I feel strong alone. Because I believe in the Lord. I pray to the Lord. I talk to the Lord. But when I'm around brothers, when I'm around brother, we walking to the store, we're walking. Man, I feel great, man. You see? 'Cause I know what brothers who are like-minded, brothers who haven't seen, and brothers who have been proven themselves worthy, all right, servants and yokesmen and laborers and soldiers. I'm not worried about nothing that we come across, man. And that's even with the most feeblest brother that I can think of who can't even lift the bar on the weight bench. With that particular brother, I feel great. I feel strong. I feel encouraged. I feel comforted. Why? Because I believe that brother right there next to me believes in the same thing I believe in, and he's gonna fight for us. We're gonna fight for each other. You see? And you brother, brother gotta understand that the truth takes all of us, you know? You just can't be by yourself and expect to be strong, man. As great as John Jones is, right? A couple of brothers here that I know, will whoop his ass, right? It's only one, and he ain't in the spirit. So if you're alone and not in the spirit, it ain't gonna take much to overcome you, man. You know? So that I want to say, call Allah, Yahweh Shai, the Monster Apostle, and the Elder Great Millstone. Till next time, Shalom and the Bible Bar.